In his first comments since the Jets traded him to the Carolina Panthers, Sam Darnold told Panthers.com that it stings a little bit to be unwanted by the Jets. Darnold said he expected to play in New York for a long time, but he said it's nice to go to a team that wants him. Quote, I'm in Charlotte. I'm excited. And yeah, I guess I'm kind of relieved to be here. So Darnold now officially a Panther. The Jets officially, of course, moving on. And I'll repeat what I've said before. I wish Sam all the best. I have no idea what Sam Darnold's ceiling is as a player, but I certainly know he was never going to maximize what that ceiling was with the Jets. I think both sides needed a fresh start. Even if the Jets ran it back with Sam, I wasn't convinced that it was going to work. I think Sam maybe needed to just get out of New York, get a clean start. And he's going to a team that has pieces in place for him to be successful, has coaches in place for him to be successful, and he's getting out of a media market that would, be on him for every poor throw. With the first 3 and out the Jets had, the fans would be on him. I just don't think it would have worked. John Jastrzemski came on our show last week. He said it best. Could you picture happily ever after with Sam and the Jets? And I can't. I don't see it. But can I picture happily ever after with Sam and the Panthers? I can. I think there's a scenario where there is happily ever after for Sam and the Panthers. So I'm happy that Sam gets to go to a team that wants him. And I think it's a great spot for him. We don't know if Teddy Bridgewater is going to be there when it's all said and done. I think they trade him. And I think regardless, based on what Carolina gave up, Sam's their guy. They're making him their guy. They're going to surround him with players. They're going to coach him up to be their guy. I think Sam needed all that. I think the risk of the Jets sticking with Sam, he has a couple bad games to start the year. I think that could snowball. It could derail the entire Jets season. And I think both sides needed a clean break. And the Jets couldn't pick a quarterback and keep Sam. That theory that was put out there by some, I just don't think is possible. I don't think that would work. You're welcoming a quarterback distraction, a quarterback controversy. The Jets need to start fresh. They got a new head coach. They got a GM that didn't draft them. They got a GM who's only going into a second draft. It was the right move for the Jets to move on from Sam. And it was also the right move for the Jets to trade into a team like Carolina. There was some talk that the Jets could have waited and maybe gotten more. I don't see it that way. I think it was too big of a risk. They got 3 picks for the guy, a second and a fourth next year. Sam gets a chance to go and be the guy somewhere else. I think it's a win for both sides. And if Sam Darnold ends up being great, then I'm not going to criticize the Jets for trading him, because I don't think whatever Sam ends up doing in Carolina, if he does end up being this great player that many of us thought he'd be when the Jets took him 3rd overall, I don't think it was possible for that to have happened with the Jets. So regardless of what happens with Zach Wilson and the Jets, the right move to me was always to trade Sam Darnold. And I wish him all the best, because he's a great dude and he deserves a chance to be coached and be surrounded by some real players.
Thanks for watching the full YouTube video. If you like what you saw, then please subscribe to my page for more content. Thank you.